Nithyanandam, welcome back to another session, another ceremony of the Om Award, the KAILASA Om Award. And before we enter into the ceremony, let us start with the prayer. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dhandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tadvamastyadi Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam everyone, and welcome back, and welcome to all our viewers here on the various social media platforms. As you are aware, today is another day of the Grand Nithyanandotsavam celebrations, and we are very excited to honor more individuals, the KAILASA Om Awards, and to Brahmotsavam, the divine birth anniversary of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, BHAGAVAN Nithyananda Paramashivam. And on January 11th of this year, KAILASA will be joyously marking the 49th Nithyanandotsavam, celebrating the moment when the avatar, the incarnation, the 1008 incarnation of Paramashiva happened on this planet Earth for the enlightenment and the superconscious breakthrough of all humanity. So 49 years ago, Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, BHAGAVAN Nithyananda Paramashivam, descended upon planet Earth with a singular cosmic purpose, which is to revive the science of enlightenment and reawaken humanity to its highest possibility. Born during the sacred Tamil month of Margazhi on the auspicious lunar day when the Chitrā nakshatra shines beneath the Kanya constellation, the Nija Avatara of Paramashiva manifested in the spiritual cubicle of Tiruvannamalai, which is one of Hinduism's most powerful energy centers. And today, through the revival of KAILASA, the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilizational nation, Swamiji is showering his divine grace upon billions across the world. And this year, devotees and seekers everywhere unite to celebrate the 49th anniversary of Swamiji's divine descent, honoring his sacred Leela, his happening on earth. Nithyanandotsavam is a 28th grand celebration, Grand Brahmotsavam, celebrated across all the KAILASA ecosystem across the world. All the 16,000 KAILASA ecosystem celebrate Nithyanandotsavam, commemorating the divine advent, life and enlightened teaching of Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, BHAGAVAN Nithyananda Paramashivam. And it is observed from December 30 of last year to January 26 of this year. And more than just a festival, Nithyanandotsavam is actually a living expression of Sanatana Hindu Dharma's enlightened sciences, offering devotees a condensed experience of all the Brahmotsavam of KAILASA through various ways, through powerful rituals, through the sacred grandeur and profound devotion of all the devotees globally. And this celebration honors the Purnavathara, Paramashiva's manifestation, whose compassionate descent enables every seeker to personally experience the science of enlightenment and awaken to the truth of being a cherished inheritor of the cosmos. So now let us pause to witness the extraordinary divine life and the global mission of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Swamiji single-handedly has revived Hinduism, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, to its fullest glory. He has re-established, revived KAILASA, the only Hindu nation. So through this video, let us watch this short video that captures the unparalleled contribution of Swamiji to humanity and the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. what a powerful glimpse into the divine life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism of Swamiji. And as you've seen, Swamiji's life is nothing short of a divine mission, which is a conscious, courageous revival of the world's most ancient civilization, the Hindu civilization. And at the heart of this mission stands the revival, the re-establishment of Kailasa, the only sovereign Hindu nation today. And so, having witnessed the vision and the life of Swamiji, let us now turn our attention to the juridical statehood of Kailasa. What does it mean? Let us understand how it stands firmly rooted and recognized within the international framework.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharat War, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization consisted of 10,000 Hindu traditions, or sampradayas, that existed in 56 Hindu nations, 200 Hindu kingdoms, 1,700 Hindu provinces that covered more than 6 million kilometers square of Asia. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, SPH, BHAGAVAN Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, this ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. Kailasa is an unbroken cultural, religious, historical, civilizational, and sovereign continuation and revival of multiple of these historical Hindu sovereign states and Hindu ecclesiastical entities. The unbroken continuity of these ancient Hindu nations through Kailasa results in the legal recognition of Kailasa as per the international customary law, particularly the doctrine of continuity. The international law, the doctrine of continuity, implies that upheavals and revolutions within a country, changes in government, territorial adjustments, measures taken during military occupation, or other internal transformations do not negate the existence of the country, do not affect the legal personality and international obligations of the country or state. The Vienna Convention on Succession of States in respect of treaties, 1978, addresses these principles of the doctrine of continuity as it outlines international law during situation of state succession or continuation. International law recognizes a state's legal personality by recognizing its identity. This perspective extends even during the period when the given state or country subsequent re-establishment. Historical examples dating back to the 18th century include cases like Portugal and Genoa that were re-established after the Vienna Congress of 1815. More recent examples include countries such as Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, and Austria that were re-established after World War II. Even when a nation is deprived of its territory, the nation continues to exist. Its sovereignty and international legal personality continues to persist. The Dalai Lama, as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet, exemplifies this principle. In 1959, the Dalai Lama was exiled and forced to flee. Despite the challenges faced, the Dalai Lama continues to advocate for the preservation of Tibetan culture and garners worldwide support for Tibetan autonomy on the global stage. Similarly, from 1309 to 1376, the Pope of Catholicism had been in exile in Avignon. Despite this, he was recognized as the head of state as well as head of the church and given full privileges of the position after their return to Rome. Even in 1861, much of the papal territories had been lost, leaving the Pope with no sovereign territory other than the papal residence and related buildings. Yet his temporal powers were still acknowledged. He was recognized as a head of state, and later, the Lateran Treaty of 1929 formally re-established papal sovereignty over the Vatican City. The Sovereign Order of Malta further exemplifies this principle, retaining international recognition as a sovereign entity despite the permanent loss of their territory upon Napoleon's invasion in June 1798. Despite such permanent loss of territory, the sovereignty and the international legal personality of the Sovereign Order of Malta continued to persist. Much later in 1894, the order settled in Rome and acquired two properties, the Magistral Palace and the Magistral Villa that received extraterritorial status. Today, the order maintains diplomatic relations with 112 countries, issues its own diplomatic passports, currency stamps, and vehicle registration plates, and has been granted observer status in the United Nations. All these examples of state re-establishment illustrate the principle of continuity of states as per international law, that a state's legal personality persists over time. A nation continues to exist even after a complete loss of territory. A far more striking example is of the oceanic countries, which are under the threat of their entire nation being drowned and submerged due to rising sea levels owing to global warming. In response to such existential threat of climate change, Pacific Island nations, including Tuvalu, have enacted constitutional amendments and made international declarations affirming that their nation and their sovereign rights will continue to persist, despite their entire territory being lost to the sea. This proactive stance is highlighted in the Constitution of Tuvalu Act 2023 and the Pacific Islands Forum Declaration of 2021. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, BHAGAVAN Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva, through the line of succession is the present 203rd Emperor of the Hindu Sovereign Kingdom of Surangi Samrajya. He was crowned on the 31st of December 2004 at the age of 26. Thus, by very same principles of the doctrine of continuity, through which the international legal personality of Portugal, Genoa, Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, Austria, Vatican, Tibet, Sovereign Order of Malta, and several other nations has been recognized despite having undergone a period of exile, annexation, occupation by a foreign power, or despite loss of territory. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam, through well-established legal and historical facts about the Hindu sovereign state of the Surangi Samrajyam, derives all sovereign rights and powers of the royal lineage of the Surangi Samrajyam as its 203rd sovereign emperor, from his inheritance and continuation of the unbroken succession of the kingdom of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam Sarvanapitha. Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam, through unification with 20 other sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical, historical entities, became part of the United States of Kailasa, which thus became a sovereign, independent juridical state, with the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam as the sovereign. Just as how the oceanic nations like Tuvalu have safeguarded their sovereignty from the existential threat of total submersion by amending their constitution and asserting that their sovereignty will persist regardless of the loss of their territory, Kailasa, which is a sovereign continuation of 21 sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical historical entities, is also reviving and continuing the Kumari Kandam Hindu nations that got submerged. As per the doctrine of continuity, these facts imply that the Kailasa's statehood is recognized by international law and manifests as a natural outcome of well-established historical legal facts. Share your time, talent, and treasure. Become part of Kailasa. Sign up as an e-citizen https://kailasa.ecitizen.info.
Yes, and now as we celebrate this sacred occasion of Nithyanandotsavam, we now move to honor the extraordinary individuals whose life and work resonate deeply with the same enlightened vision. As you may be aware, we are honoring individuals across the globe every day of the Nithyanandotsavam, and today we have yet another amazing being with us today, to whom we are very honored to be conferring the Kailasa Om Award. So what is the Kailasa Om Award? It is the highest honor that is conferred by Kailasa. It is bestowed upon distinguished individuals from diverse fields such as leaders, visionaries, healers, humanitarians, artists, and change makers whose dedicated contributions have advanced global peace, harmony, coexistence, and conscious living. Hailing from different nations, cultures, and traditions, these individuals are united by a shared commitment to building a better world, one that is rooted in compassion, in responsibility, and in higher consciousness. And so with immense joy and reverence to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, we now arrive at the most anticipated segment of today's celebration, the conferral of the Kailasa Om Awards. And today, we are very proud to be conferring the Nithyananda Global Peace Award that is conferred upon individuals who significantly contribute towards peacekeeping in various ways and live dedicated to integrity, possibility, and conscious responsibility. And so today we would like to invite Miss Shaila Bhagwant from Netherlands. And before we go ahead with conferring, we would like to share a few words about Miss Shaila and who she is and how she has contributed towards global peace in Netherlands. To warmly welcome Ms. Shaila, and we are very uh, happy to be conferring the Kailasa Om Awards upon you, and we kindly invite you to please share a few words.
Thank you very much for considering me for this award. But this award is not for me, but for the mandir that belongs to Bholenath and Krishna Gopal, and for allowing me to do seva. Without their strength, I could not do this. So all the contribution to this awards goes to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Shaila, for your faith and for your contributions towards Hinduism. And we are very honored to be conferring the Kailasa Om Awards upon you. And we look forward to, to engaging more with you and working together with you towards the enrichment of the Hindu community and the general community in The Hague. And so now, without further ado, it is now time, very soon, in just a few minutes, we will be receiving the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And so with hearts filled with devotion and spirits prepared to receive, Swamiji, let us prepare ourselves to welcome the divine presence of the divine, of the avatar of the 1008 incarnation of Paramashiva, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And let us sit in a meditative space, head, neck, and spine in a straight line, and continue to tune in. In just a few minutes, we will be receiving the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Thank you and Nithyanandam, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another amazing ceremony of the Om Awards.